Wow, it's finished, but if you think something's missing, it's because, yeah, it is. Yeah, there's the other half. I had to cut it. Well, it's Thursday, and as you saw, I just took this thing off the build plate and went and found the other part to it. So we have to glue this thing together. The tree supports kept failing at the same area right here, and ended up going through spools of this before I could finally realize to just give it up. We'll just cut it. And that's the beauty of 3D printing. The best one I had of this, I kept it, and of course checked the side and the details here as to where we stopped printing, and then sliced it in the top of the helmet right to the same spot, and then printed the top end of the helmet, which again still took more material than I even realized. I actually went through almost virtually 2 spools to create the helmet. So that's like $40 worth of material in there, and you've got a screwed up helmet a little bit, but I'm gonna fix it. Yes, I gotta clean the rest of the supports off yet, so yeah, we got some work ahead of us. And then also I've got some tint glass stuff to go inside the helmet in the front here to black it out so that it looks like, the Mandalorian helmet. Best thing about this was the finish looks so metal-like that I'm really impressed with this right here from Deeplee. Deeplee is, I guess we'll sort of call them the show sponsor today. They're not really sponsoring or whatever, they're not paying or something, but they're a company that I had heard some recommendations about them and saying that the stuff is really good. There's so many different filament manufacturers out there right now. The names are just like blah, 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 blah. But it looks to me like this is some really nice stuff. And I'll tell you, it's so nice. I've already gone ahead and placed a order to get some more of this in, and just paid it a pocket immediately and had it ordered. So it'll actually be here today, I believe. The Deeplee gang was good enough to send us a whole bunch of different colors. I've got some beautiful lavender that I'm going to do something with. So over the next coming weeks, we're going to produce different models based on the Deeplee filament. Now this one here is really interesting because it's Rapid PLA Plus, yes, from Deeplee. And it has a really nice metal finish, but also it's probably too far away at this point, but I should get closer even. You almost cannot even see layer lines in the model. I haven't done any sanding, I mean, no prep work or anything yet, but the helmet actually, you don't even need to do anything with it. It just looks really smooth. Now, a couple of problems about making helmets, and the one thing is, I'm using a big bed slinger. I really would prefer a Core XY machine that just goes straight up and straight down. But trying tree support, I realize I have to increase my layer height in order to clear the trees, because yeah, that's what kept catching. The nozzle kept catching on the tree supports and knocking it off. So that was kind of nasty. And the second time it happened, I had lost so much material at that point and had run through the first spool that it was like, okay, we're into the second spool, we're still trying to make a helmet. So I went ahead and just changed and went to a more of a default type standard support that I'm not real fussy on. Also, I used Orca Slicer instead of using the one that comes with Anycubic. They should be about the same or whatever from Anycubic, but I found the Orca Slicer was giving me a better modeling situation. So I went with, just swapped it. Also tried 2 machines that are from Anycubic. I tried the Cobra 2 Max and also tried the Cobra 2 Plus. And both of them had the same failures, same problems, everything. So it was like, it's either the software. I checked the guy's notes that came up with this, and he didn't have anything in there other than, the 0.2 millimeter, layer height thing. And it was like, it's not working, with tree support. So it probably would have been better off if I had gone 0.25 or 0.28 or something layer height, just to try to clear the tree supports continually throughout the process of constructing the model. But then that would have created layer lines that maybe you'd see. This thing is just, I'm gonna get you close up here a little bit to look at the finish on this, because I'm smoked. I am blown away. I'll just show you. Yeah, this one here has been laying around the shop, so it's getting a little dirty here, dusty, whatever. But the layer lines are all over the place here. You can just take your fingernail and you can hear all the layer lines in there, but you can see them really obvious that it's got really heavy layer lines and stuff. It's still a pretty cool model. I mean, it's, hey, stormtrooper, hey, you know. But the finish is on this thing is just holy smokes. And I've had some models that I wanted that, you know, metal sort of look to it, and this thing has, get in here. Focus. Focus. Anyways, it has a really, honestly, it has a very, very hard metal look to it. No, it's not the chrome dome from the movie, whatever, but it has that really nice, you know, gray metal look. And I am really impressed with that. It's like, wow. And of course, I don't have any issues with the PLA Plus, the Rapid PLA Plus. Seems like it went through the machine. Like, we didn't have any weird problems or any gobbledygook going on. So definitely quality filament. In case you're new to 3D printing, this is what tree support looks like right before it fails. There was a lot of it and a lot of failure, and really all of it was the nozzle hitting the top of the tree. If you've had some, if you're familiar with or had some experience with it, I'd appreciate a comment about that. Just let me know what, you know, do you just raise the layer height in order to clear the tree support, or, you know, maybe there's something I missed, but I wanted more strength in the model, and I wanted obviously wanted this beautiful finish. I still can't get over that. And so what I did was I did go 20% infill. He recommended 15%. I've done 15% on stuff like this, and it's always too spongy, I guess what you could say, when it's finished. So I went the extra 20% because that was like I know that'll give me a fairly hard, you know, surface model, whatever, when I'm finished. Especially for, like, if you're doing cosplay. Halloween's well, we're pretty far from Halloween right now, but come Halloween time, you know, yeah, you know, you can be the Mandalorian. Cool. Yeah. But here's a box full of tree support. This was model 1. This was the very first try. The second try has already gone to the trash can, so yeah, heading for the wasteland. Yeah, it's a shame that I don't like it, but it was like, I wish we could recycle this stuff. That's coming. You know, it is coming. The technology is slowly heading towards that idea. We'll be able to recycle all our materials, which would be really awesome too. I haven't got, like I said, I haven't got these two together or anything. I haven't got them taped up or anything at all. So I'll just sort of turn the model around a little bit. There's tree support here I haven't removed yet. And again, this is what failed, and it kept failing. I never like tree support unless I'm using the Core XY machines, because generally, I'll just show you what happens. This is not really that's not really a good one. Let's try, maybe one like that or something. The trees build up like this and they get high, and you got to remember this plate is, you know, running back and forth really quickly and jerking constantly. So what happens is these kind of vibrate a little bit with the model, and you end up, well, I end up getting too high and they get caught by the nozzle. At least that's my scientific explanation for that, because, you know, I don't use tree support very often. I love it because it saves so much time and material when you're building something like this. And I really, really, really wanted to see the tree support on this thing, but I had to just give it up. Yeah, I just couldn't do it. Now, over the next coming weeks, we'll be doing some more Deeplee. I've got some various colors here. I've got some black, I've got some red. I'm not sure what else they sent me. I think I asked for just some variable colors. It's like, it was kind of like, it's not really important because, yeah, some more black. Okay. I think it looks like I may have two spools of each color, which is cool. This is great. This is some really good stuff, and I'm really, let's see what did he send me there, because I've got PLA, I think I got PLA Plus, and I've got Rapid PLA, I think, but okay, so there's your standard PLA filament, and again, this has proven to be really amazing quality stuff, and I'm going to be ordering more of it for my print farm because I can rely on it. That's one of the things that really differs when you have a print farm and you're putting out certain models and projects. you want the best quality for, you know, the clients. And a lot of times what happens is it's not so much price as it is, I've got to have something that's consistent. It's not going to be a problem in the machines, and I'm going to be able to knock the models off over and over again. And it kind of changes the game a little bit for you, as opposed to where, you know, if you're just hobbyist and you're just at home making, you know, whatever, and just kind of like, whatever, I'll just throw, you know, what's my cheapest PLA, I'll just throw that on the machine. I don't care, you know. This, when you're into this situation like I've got here, you do care. And look at the way this thing came. I'm really happy with this too, because if you put the lines together and glue it up or whatever, I think you can just about, you know, it'll still have that line in it, but I think that'll actually add a little bit of extra detail to the model for the having that extra splice line in there, and it'll actually look cool. It'll look okay. You know, would I do this again? I don't know. You know, I would prefer to do it on a different machine now, because I was not real happy with the way the Cobras were acting up with trying to run this through. And the Cobras are big machines. The Cobra Max, 420 by 420 by 500 millimeter build plate. You could make a really big helmet with that machine. But if it fails through tree support or, you know, anything like that, you know, then that's a different problem. I don't think it's the machine to blame in this case. I think it's the file, the STL file with what the fella did. And, you know, he ran it on a slow machine, by the way. In fact, his model was run off of an old CR10, and he probably took, I can't imagine how many days that would take to run on a CR10. This took 23, almost 24 hours for the modeling. So look at the difference in time. You know, like the Cobra I think the Cobras are really fast, you know, pretty awesome that way. Now, the next thing I do want to test is something else that I've had a problem with. I don't have a piece here to show you, but I'm running some red products, and certain filaments out there whose brand names we will not mention, they know who they are because I've sent them letters about it. I'm getting warping. And same machine, same device, same timing and everything, but their stuff is warping on me, which tells me, at first I thought it was just my process. But when I went back to my old school supplies, the warping disappeared again. So it was like, well, okay, then that's the manufacturer. That's the supplier. So then I changed suppliers several more times. And right now I'm pretty happy with certain suppliers. And I'm really excited to try this right here, you know, the Deeplee in the red, and see if it does any warping. I already sort of can tell you, I don't think it will. You know, I don't think we're going to get that, because this came off the modeling. That's exciting. I just absolutely love that. But boy, I've got some work to do to get all that support stuff off yet. Comment in the section below if you know a secret of how to get that. Yeah. I have used scrapers and knives and screwdrivers and pliers and everything to get this stuff apart, and it seems like some people really like that part. I'm in a hurry, just want it off, you know. Impatience. Also, besides this, I guess if you're going to do a helmet, I'm going to tell you right now, get yourself at least 2 spools of that color, whatever you're doing, because yeah, even without the failure, you can see that we basically went through a couple spools easily, and I've got some more spools coming in today that'll be here for, you know, more projects. But you know, a helmet will take more material than you realize, because for some reason Orca Slicer showed me that it was going to be using around 700 grams of material, and we've gone through almost 2 kilos or 2 kilograms of material. So it was like, you know, I don't know what happened there. I keep thinking maybe I read the readout wrong on the slicer when I finished to transfer the file over to put this on the plate, you know, on the plate and start making it. It was like, you know, something's not right. But it used a lot more. Also, the other thing I would think is I would run at least 20%, maybe even, I don't know if I'd go any heavier than that. You start wasting, you know, material. But I wouldn't run below 20%. That's always been kind of like my fine line. Because I find that at 15, it always gets kind of crunchy, and you can crush it with your hands kind of thing. This you can squeeze with your hands. You're not going to, there's a lot of strength in there. You're not going to crush it. But what a, for the first product off of the Deeplee, what a, wow.